Good evening and welcome to Let's Talk Shop with Russ. So I hope we are out there in YouTube land, Facebook land, and also Twitch land. I'm just checking.
We're all over the place.
Yeah, we're all over the place.
Yep, that was fast.
Like the plague.
We're all over the place.
Yeah, we're all over the place. Somebody has their audio turned up, and it is. Yeah, we're all over the place.
Somebody needs to turn off the YouTube audio.
Somebody's got their phone on or their screen not muted.
I don't think it's me, is it?
Not me.
Not me.
I don't think it's me, is it?
Oh,
Who was
somebody
it?
found it.
There we go.
All right, as long as it wasn't me, the new guy.
Hello, Aussie man.
That's not you. But yes, we are live over there on Twitch. Just checking to see if we're live over here on.
We are live on Twitch.
Yes.
We're live on YouTube.
Bonsoir, Michel.
Yes, we are live over on YouTube. And yes, we are live actually also over on Facebook. So great. And you know what I like about your this yard stream is that
StreamYard.
Or StreamYard. It's yard stream, StreamYard. Anyway, it actually does closed captioning automatically.
Automatically, really?
Yes.
Hope it spells better than I do.
Yeah. So that's actually.
Oh, I'm a horrible speller. I can't. I'm terrible.
I'd have been 5 years ago if it wasn't for spell check.
We have Leonard Davis over on YouTube, Path 1961, Chris Nealon, Michelle Marcoux, Aussie Man, Gerald Vance. Hi, Gerald. He's from West Virginia. He's watching us over on Facebook. Luana Pierce here. And she says, woohoo, I got the first thumbs up. She got the first thumbs up in this. So great. Ken McCrory's here. James Parker. Donna Presley. Hi, Donna. How are you doing? They're all out there in the chat already, and the chat is already growing. So that's the main thing I wanted to see. I am going to start a...
Thank you for putting my link down there.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. So great. Ken McCrory's here. James Parker. Donna Presley.
Jimbo.
Yep. James Parker's out there in the chat. Okay, so... And the Restream chat is working because I'm seeing all the chats. Donna Presley's moved over to Facebook. She says, I found it. Laugh out loud. JJE. He says, good evening. That's a new one. JJE. Nice to have you here. It's the first time I've seen you joining us over here. So tonight we have Maker 238. His name's Ryan Deloach, right?
Yes, sir.
Ryan Deloach. We have him as our guest, and we're going to be talking to him about what he does and some of the stuff. Now, he did a collaboration, which Matt told us about last week, with Matt on making a hook for his headphones. Yeah, awesome wood things. So we'll talk about that a little bit. But before we do, let me talk about my wonderful sponsors, and they are Devobal Technologies. For web design, development, and hosting, visit devobal.com. FastCap, innovative products for professional woodworkers. Go to fastcap.com. Rockler, 60 years in woodworking. Create with confidence. Visit rockler.com. Bearwood Supply Company, your best choice for hard-to-find woodworking supplies. Go to bearwood.com. Klingspor, the sanding specialist, woodworkingshop.com. I'll get it right here in a second. And Seiko, the scroll saw specialist, Seiko.com. Scrollnado, dust collection for your scroll saw, and you can find Scrollnado on Amazon.
I like that name, Scrollnado.
Scrollnado, yeah, it is pretty cool. First, we'll go through. Ryan, you're going to be last as far as the introduction, and let everybody tell us where we can find them. And go ahead, Miss Brenda.
Thank you, Russ. I'm Brenda G. Brenda G's Designs. You'll find me all over the internet if you just look for Brenda G's Designs. I have a YouTube channel where I do videos on crafting and comedy, and I do a live stream on Thursday nights with the likes of Matt Haas, where we do all kinds of shenanigans, give stuff away. We have mind-blowing facts. You just never know what's going to happen there on Thursday night. It's 7 o'clock, so if you want to join us Eastern time, 7 o'clock on Thursday nights, we'd be happy to have you.
Great. Chris Ahern.
Hey gang, Chris here at the Old Cranky Workshop. You find me Facebook and YouTube. And in less than 2 months, you'll find me in Florida. Retirement is on the horizon, boys and girls. That's all I got right now.
Cool. Paul.
Hi, everybody. Paul Corliss from Paul's Messy Workshop. You can find me on Paul's Messy Workshop on YouTube, on Instagram, and on .com, and here on Saturday nights, just to give Russ a hard time. So thanks for having me on, Russ.
And yes, they have been giving me a hard time before the show. They're in a rare mood tonight. Some of them are just.
It's what you pay us for.
Even Dixon.
Yeah, I know. He was doing it too. Dixon.
Hi, I'm Dixon Hoffman. You can find me on Facebook and at Hoffman Signs and Decals, 3dprinting.com.
Al.
Al Forte, Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop, Kilroy79763 on Twitch, and Kilroy79763 all over the place. Great to be here. Thank you for having me. Next, Captain.
You're welcome. Matt.
Hi, everyone. Matt Haas here. I have Awesome Wood Things is the YouTube channel where I make things out of wood that are awesome. I'm told my audio is a little low. Hopefully it's not too bad. And I have another channel called All Things YouTube where I talk about, not surprisingly, all things YouTube. I stream Mondays, 7 p.m. Eastern. Hey, look at the stickers over there.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if
has
you can
the
see
rare
mine.
hologram one. You can only get this one on Patreon, but $1 Patreon, you could get one of these. So I'm having fun on the interwebs. I have a course called Be Awesome on YouTube. You can find out more at allthingsyoutube.com. 32 videos are free on that course, so go get it.
Great. Jim.
Jim Bashir's Driveway Workshop, and looking forward to seeing what we can do with Ryan here tonight. He may run away screaming. I don't know.
And hiring.
We'll see.
Yeah, really. Donna Kit Presley keeps jumping back and forth. She's on Facebook. She's on YouTube. She's on Facebook. She's on YouTube. Luana Pierce says she's hot stuff. Her AC is out.
Woohoo!
Ooh, man. I feel sorry for you, sweetheart, because let me tell you, as hot as it here is in Florida right now, I think I'd shoot myself before I go to sleep in this heat. Man, it is just terrible here. I was telling them earlier, I went through 3 shirts and 3 pairs of shorts today from sweating so much. I was working on my boat. We're going fishing tomorrow. And just it's the humidity and heat is just unbelievable. I don't know. It's either me getting older and it gets hotter or it's getting hotter, one of the two.
You know how hot it was here in Wisconsin today, Russ?
How hot was it?
It was so hot, the popcorn in the garden was popping. The cows saw it, thought it was snowing, and froze to death.
Mm-hmm.
That's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
In fine form.
Rick St. Louis is out there. Who else?
A lot of new people are out there. That's good to see.
Yeah. Lady Frenzy Wicked Truth is over on Twitch. Hi, how you doing? What is her name? Fran?
Friends?
Frenzy.
Wicked
Frenzy.
Truth.
Okay, you call her Frenzy. Okay. All right.
I'm trying to get her to join the palette upcycle challenge.
Cool. Alan Carter is out there over on Facebook. Good to see you, Alan Carter. And tonight we have Ryan. Maker238. He's got a YouTube channel. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing well. Thank y'all for allowing me in and inviting me on.
You're welcome. Tell us where
well-
we can all find you. Are you on all the what other social media you on other than YouTube?
Not a lot. I'm on YouTube at Maker238, or it's Maker238, and then you can find me on Facebook. I think it's Maker Deloach on Facebook, and then that's all I got. I've tried a couple of the other ones. I think I need to get on Instagram. I think that's pretty good. I'm just, like I said, I'm still new to all this stuff. So
Your Facebook is your
I have an
personal
Instagram
profile,
account.
correct?
yeah, and I don't know how to manage. I've got a separate one, but I don't know how to manage that. I don't know how to get back onto it.
I wasn't sure if it was a Facebook page or your profile you're talking about. I believe it's your profile. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one I use kind of for my business stuff, I guess.
Got it. First name.
I need to
last
switch it
name.
over.
Got it.
I have
First
been-
name Ryan.
Yeah.
Everybody calls me Maker in public. They're like, "Aren't you Maker?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Ryan."
I like Instagram. I've got an Instagram account. It's pretty good. But the thing you have to learn about Instagram is, unless you know what you're doing and can jump through a few hoops, you have to post stuff from your phone. It won't allow you to post it from your computer.
That's where I do most of my stuff. It's from the phone.
Yeah. Well, there's some ways around that. I have a program that will allow me to post it straight from my computer, which is pretty cool.
They can ban you for that, Russ, if they detect your.
I know. I've heard of that, and that's the reason I've only used it a few times. And then somebody told me that. Now I'm scared to use it.
There is a way to change your browser to become like a phone browser, and then at the bottom there's a link that you can actually upload stuff.
Yeah.
Look
Well,
for
like I
it.
said, I have Dropbox, and Dropbox is so simple to use. It's just, I can transfer video or pictures over to my phone and then upload it. So, all right. So, I want to know how you got the name Maker238.
Can I jump
Oh,
in real
Lordy.
quick before Ryan gets going, because we've got the most supportive and fantastic viewing audience in the world. And before we came on tonight, it was kind of important that Ryan wanted to be able to take a picture of his subs when they hit 238. So if you guys are all flocking over there, like I'm sure you are, to his channel.
I heard it's
go
the
ahead
best
and
one
sub.
out there these days.
Yeah. Let's if you get somebody gets close, throw it
Yeah,
up.
if y'all are
chat.
watching, and if y'all are watching, when you subscribe, go back and look to see what number you are. As we get closer to 238, we need to know so he can take a picture of. We're at 229 right now.
And I'm actually, if I get 238 subscribers, 238, if I can figure out how to do a live stream directly to Facebook, or not to YouTube, I've got a little something planned.
Cool.
So I've got some other videos. I've got this one and like 4 other ones. But if I'll push what I'm planning to do for 238 ahead.
Great. So all y'all that are out there who are not subscribed to Ryan Maker238 over on YouTube, have you posted anybody posted the link in the chat?
Many times.
Yes.
Well, Brenda and I have been posting it relentlessly.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
I can do it.
I figured you had. It's just I had.
I posted him to Facebook. I've posted him to Twitter.
Oh, great.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
So anyway, you were going to say. I asked you the question. How did you get Maker238? How did you come up with that?
Is everybody ready?
Yep.
All right. Well, I didn't have the best childhood per se, and I was a troubled youngster, and I got sent away. And one of the places that I got sent to, they didn't call you a name; they called you a number. My number was 238, and I left when I was 14. I was there for a year and a half, and that's kind of my way of owning that, kind of making it, bringing it back to me.
Yep.
And if you're close to me, anybody that's in my family and my close circle, I see 238 everywhere. And so I just kind of owned it. I guess like the number 23, it kind of was holding over my head, and I was like, well, I want to do a YouTube channel. Maker 238. That sounds perfect. So
Great.
Sounds like it ought to be the pick 3 in the lottery.
Ryan, you need to get that phone warmed up because as of right now, you're at 234 subscribers.
Oh,
235.
goodness gracious.
235.
235. Get that thing.
Hold on.
warmed up.
Let me complete my thought. Y'all got me distracted with the question.
And I would just like to say, Alan Carter's over on Facebook. How you doing, Alan? And Frenzy's still over on
235. Goodness.
Yep. I'd just like to say, all y'all are out there listening now, go ahead over to his channel. But we don't.
We just need to pause on 238. Let me get some
238.
pictures. And then we can keep rolling. Y'all
This is
go
the
high as
internet
you
you're
want.
talking to. They do what they want.
I gotta stay close to it then.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep an eye on it for you. Anybody got any other questions for him?
Whereabouts are you at?
I'm in Athens, Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really? Wow, that's cool. My family's down in Chattanooga,
Yeah, it's not too
so
far.
we're pretty close. We may be, after I retire, we might be neighbors there.
Heck yeah. That's not where I'm originally from. I've been here for maybe about 3.5 years now. So,
Where you from originally?
I'm originally from Covington, Georgia.
So you are a true Southerner.
100%. I can't get it out of me.
Well, I was born and raised right here in Central Florida. I ain't moved more than 15 miles from where I was born.
Wow.
A lot
Really?
of makers from Georgia in the community.
I don't even think it's 15 miles. I think it's more like 10. But it ain't that far.
I used to live about 20 minutes away from Steve Carmichael right before I moved.
Okay. Cool.
I'm sure everybody knows.
Yeah, Steve's a good guy.
Yeah, we all know Steve.
Nice.
He's been on the show like 3 times.
Wow.
Yeah, we have him back pretty regularly. He's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, super nice from what I could tell.
Yep. We got Gary Griffiths, Bill Murphy, Mitch Gain, and Dale Thorpe, and Jeffrey Allen Kaufman over on Facebook watching us.
Hello, everybody.
So,
Ryan, there's a guy in our group that's down in Etowah too. I can't remember his name.
Etowah, Tennessee?
Yeah.
I work in Etowah.
Oh, do you really?
If
I find this guy's name, I'll let you know. I just can't remember it off the top of my head.
I've kind of been a closet maker to all my communities because my job I've moved around over the last probably 8 years. And so I haven't really been able to get any good roots going as far as a good community. So I've kind of been a loan shark as far as not knowing anybody in my community. So I'd welcome anybody.
I see 236.
Yep, we're up to 236.
I could sign in as one of my other many YouTube channels and drop a like if we wanted to actually time it.
I just don't know why you haven't. I mean,
all right, I'll do that now. But let me ask a question, and then I'll go do that while you answer. Where do you get fragments of railroad ties? Like, I don't know how you get the railroad.
I can't give my secret.
He went and secret that. Come on.
You know that big bump when you're on the train?
Yeah.
All right, whoa. We're at 237.
Oh, Lordy, guys.
I better refresh. I was going to try to do this too.
Now, what do y'all use? I just use Dashboard. Do y'all use that? What do y'all use to keep track of your stuff?
All right, I'm
Facebook.
pushing the red button to bring him over to 238. Are you ready?
Are you? Oh, he's 238. I need a picture of it on the
238. I see 238.
Oh my
I
God.
just pushed the button.
Take that picture quick.
I can't get it to whoa. Come on.
I got it.
Refresh. Come on, Ryan. Everybody, there it is. Oh my God.
I got it too. So,
There you go.
Oh Lordy.
We got you covered, man.
P Pants excited.
238 subscribers.
I'm blushing, y'all. I'm blushing for real.
Oh, no, wait a second. That's 228. No, I'm just kidding.
238.
What's funny is that I had it up to I think it was 221 one day, and then it went down to 211, like within an hour.
Welcome to youth.
And I was like, well, I mean, I don't feel like I made some stuff that was that bad.
Welcome to YouTube, man.
Yeah.
YouTube will remove subscribers if they detect some shenanigans. Well, see, your next goal should be 238,238.
I'll take 2,380.
Hey,
It's
Yeah.
like watching the
Here you go,
odometer on
just
your
so
car.
everybody can see.
Matt's an overachiever.
Wow, look
There it
at that.
is.
Hold on. Let me
That's
get a screen grab.
Yes.
I screen grabbed it.
All right.
Thank
Thank you,
y'all. Oh
community,
my
for doing
goodness.
that.
Yes. Gosh, everybody out there. I didn't know I was loved that much. Thank y'all.
You
I
are.
hope I don't disappoint.
You don't, Ryan.
Good.
Just
Mine
continue
is
being
just
awesome.
a collection of obsessively only watching YouTube for my entertainment for the last 10 years.
I'll tell you what.
So,
You've turned me on to a couple of YouTube channels, like Mr. History. Oh my God.
oh my God. The history guy?
Yeah, the history guy.
The history guy, he does 15 snippets every day. Awesome stuff. There's weird history. There's guy, it goes, like I said, my subscription list on my personal account is just ridiculous.
That guy that was going and finding the mushrooms, that was pretty interesting too. I can't remember who he was, but
Cody's Lab.
yeah, yes.
Oh, Cody, I'm a Patreon over there. He is excellent. Go back and watch some of his metal refinery business, because I'm in the metal foundry business.
Uh-huh.
And so, like, just learning the metallurgy and knowing the chemistries of that metal, I mean, it gives you a different perspective on how to see, the whole world. That's good information.
I need to. I've got a Mr. Fusion. No, it's a forge, but anyway. And then I've got a cylinder with a burner in it. And honestly and truly, I'm scared of it, to be honest with you.
Nah, don't be scared.
But I've got two of them, and Paul knows. I've been talking about melting metal and doing stuff for 2 years.
Yeah,
now.
I was gonna. That's one of the things I wanted to ask you. How'd you make your little forge?
Oh Lordy. Actually, the first forge I made was from Grant Thompson, rest his soul, from King of Random. It's one of the first YouTube channels I subscribed to. I made his backyard flower pot forge, and if anybody hadn't seen that one, go watch it because it's super easy to make. It was about $30, and you got you something you can melt metal in.
Yep.
I mean, I melted aluminum cans for the first 14 months I lived in Tennessee. I've got so much aluminum backed up, it's ridiculous. But that one I learned from watching Alex Steele over at Alex Steele's YouTube channel. He's got a lot of really good stuff, attention to detail, but it was his soup can forge. I think they went on a hiking trip or something, and you take a soup can, you get you some Kel wool, you line the inside of it, and then you line the inside of that with refractory. And then you just I only have a 1 map gas in that one, but I've got 2 holes where you can use 2 burners at the same time. And then I've got another forge that I built. I can't help it, my ADHD. And once I see something, I've got to build it. So I've got just about everything. But yeah, that's how I made that one. Just make it in about 20 minutes. I like the quick, easy projects, something that you can knock out pretty quick, get satisfaction from.
I'm the same way. I do projects that last more than one day, but I hate a project that just seems like it goes on and on and on. I usually try to get one that's like 3 days at the most.
This is a week.
A week, yeah.
This is let's see if I can do it without knocking stuff over. But it's 264 of these little slats. And I built the bookcase out of plywood, and then I lined it with this, thinking, oh, yeah, that'll look great. I've done it on, it's just, I don't know. It's not pine, but it's that other one that Lowe's sells.
Poplar.
Poplar?
No, whitewood. It's not fir.
Spruce?
Maybe it's spruce. Looks
Yeah,
just
the
like
spruce.
pine.
Birch.
Yeah, spruce looks a lot like pine.
I don't know.
That looks like spruce, yeah.
Yeah, spruce. So it's a spruce.
Now, is that for a
Um,
customer?
Yes, it's
That's
for a
right,
good
Mark.
friend of mine. I only really take stuff for really close friends, if I can help it. And I'm actually getting ready to quit doing that. Just kind of focus on YouTube.
So your
you know.
close friend's a lawyer?
No,
I thought weren't you making something for a lawyer?
it's a lawyer's bookcase. Is what I
Yeah,
think
you almost,
that's what the
you almost
term's
got
called.
kicked out of here, man.
Look at him, Ryan. He's only kidding, Ryan.
You look at that look on his face. He's like,
I was like, what? What's going on here?
What? I already made that bookcase.
I
Yeah.
warned you, man. I warned
One of
you.
those.
hey,
Warned you.
Ryan, they're just messing with you. I go through this crap all the time.
Now, I take very little offense, so don't worry.
This is the chop busting capital of the world.
We won't
right
worry.
here.
Don't worry.
Now I've got a question about
But
that forge. I've got some friends that are into melting metal down, like copper and aluminum and stuff. Would that forge work for something like that?
No, I would use a propane I would use propane gas. If you can use, sometimes if you have a good county that's got good, rich natural gas, you could use that. But no, I mean, it's just, it doesn't get hot enough. I mean, it really doesn't. That one, if anybody knows the link to that Gramp Thompson flower pot foundry, that is the simplest and easiest way. I mean, it's really about $30 worth of stuff. And if you've got, I don't know what kind of, I mean, I made my burner. I mean, it's just, you know, it's like what is it, a little MIG torch or MIG welder's tip for your outlet for the gas, and then some black pipe, and you got to use a bigger pipe for the bell, and then, you know, like a little washer for your air inlet. But that's super easy. That'd be the way to do it.
Yeah, I'm posting it on Twitch because that's what's up. There's
Yeah,
a link
it's a really slick way to do it.
from the King of Random, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I melted, I've got probably 50 pounds of aluminum cans I melted for that. So,
It's a lot of cans.
Yeah.
No kidding. Yeah.
yeah, I had a problem for a little bit. I was like, I don't want to just let them go. And if I've been working this hard on recycling them, I want to hoard them. You know, I might get into metal turning. I might have some awesome blanks because I used them like little muffin tins, and I poured them in there. So I've probably got 30 of those. So I can make some cool things eventually. Hoarding is what it's called.
Oh, I thought when you said you had a problem, maybe they were a couple million beer cans or something.
No.
Empty beer cans.
No,
He's not
no,
into his
no, no,
classes.
no.
The Restream bot is not working very
Yeah,
good.
it's not.
tonight.
I went ahead and reposted it though.
Yeah. I'm over here on YouTube. We have When a Girl Has No Name is watching us. Patrick Workshop. He's watching. Luana Pierce. is
Hey,
still-
Patrick's Workshop. I've
The
watched this
Patrick.
stuff for a long time.
Yep. Leonard Davis has joined us. Ken McCrory. Aussie Man still with us. Portal Woodworks. Dave and Portal Woodworks. How you doing tonight? Glad you're out there. Mr. Doughboy 356 has joined us. All those people are out there. Alan Carter.
Hello, everyone.
He's out there.
Hey, Brenda, can you repost the link to Ryan's channel? There's some people saying that it's going to a 404 error kind of thing.
Okay, we'll try that again.
Do we break it?
Look at that.
Yeah, and
Look
I
what
tried
just did.
I tried to do it, but it blocked me like a unwanted stepchild.
Oh, we
I
got
think that's it,
239
guys.
now.
I'll try it here in a second.
Okay.
239. Thank you, everyone.
Yep, that's it. It's working. I posted it both on Twitch and YouTube, so
I just think that's something else that y'all have done that for me. Thank you.
Jeffrey Woodson from the chat is asking you, have you ever made jewelry like rings with your forge?
Yes, I actually have. I made I've got a bunch of videos planned, but I made my wife's wedding ring out of a $1 coin.
Wow.
If I can get her to bring them out here, I don't know. That's a lot of moving around. And then I made a leaf ring also out of a Allen head, where I took an Allen head and I put it. Now that'll work for jewelry in that little bitty forge because it's very centralized heat. But yeah, I made her a ring and a bracelet, 2 bracelets out of metal. Let me see if I can get her to bring that stuff out.
Okay. Well,
hey, just text her. It seems to work for Dixon pretty good.
Yeah.
He orders drinks like that.
Yeah, look at now I got some cheese and crackers.
Nice. Aussie Man is asking, will the forge melt brass?
Not I don't think with the map gas. I don't think map gas gets hot enough. I don't think so. Brass, what? It's, I don't know. Aluminum's what, 1100 to 1400, and I think copper's above that, 15 to 17.
Yeah,
I think
brass
is right above that.
To 940 centigrade.
Yeah.
Put it in Fahrenheit.
Yeah, 1650 to 1720.
Yeah, I was close. I don't think it'll do that because I put a hunk of copper in there for a really long time to mess around with that. I made a little leaf out of it on a bracelet, and I forgot about it. Now pieces of it started to really oxidize pretty hard, but I don't think maybe it would melt. I don't think it'd melt brass though.
But see, I think map gas gets to 3730 degrees Fahrenheit when it burns, while propane burns at 3600. So map actually burns hotter.
It's supposed to, yeah.
Hotter.
Yeah.
I guess it could if it was right on the flame.
Yeah, it'd have to be really. I use now for my cutting torch. I use propane. I don't use acetylene. I use propane and oxygen, and I can cut pretty much anything I want to.
That's what I use on my cutting torch. I use propane and oxygen.
It's so much cheaper than the.
It lasts so much longer. You don't have to run as a high PSI as acetylene.
Yep, I love it.
And I used to cut stuff that was 6 to 10 inches deep, with a torch. So I'd have a big 4-foot scrapping torch trying to cut this stuff, a railroad tie, and you can put a propane oxygen on that and it cuts straight through the railroad tie.
Yep.
Almost like a lance.
I haven't cut anything that thick. The thickest I've ever cut is 3 inches, and it cut it without any problem.
Oh yeah. I've got that jewelry if you want to see.
Yeah, Portal just made a good comment. If you add a blower to the forge, that extra air, that extra oxygen, just the same way you guys were talking about acetylene and oxygen.
Yeah, cool.
That'll actually increase the temperature too.
Hold that back up again. I made you. I enlarged you up so we can see it better. So, oh yeah, that's pretty.
Now I'm an amateur, so nobody go critiquing, please.
No, I like it. It looks nice. I mean, when you make stuff like that, I don't think it should be perfect. I think the whole idea of making it is supposed to be the way you've got it. It looks good.
And then here's the ring. I don't know if y'all can see that.
I was going to say, if those are the rings, it's pretty big.
I like that.
I'm looking at the YouTube and thought those were the rings. Yeah, that's cool. That is awesome.
Yeah, that's the ring. It's a little ring. God, that was hard to get.
I'll bet.
That's quite a wedding ring, though.
The wedding ring, I don't think she brought out, but I'm going to actually do a video on that, on how to make a coin ring. There's another guy on YouTube. I don't remember his name.
I can look it up because he's in my subscription list. I really like that guy.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I'll find it in a second. Hey, we had a question for Ryan from a girl with no name. She wanted to know what was your biggest maker failure and how did it leave you feeling?
Ooh, good question.
Okay. I never really had a lot of stress and pressure behind projects because they were always ones that I would bring up. Hey, I can make that for you, or hey, I could do that. I was approached by Emmy Sunshine.
Mhm.
Have y'all heard of her?
Yeah, I know who she is.
She's got a pretty big following on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's actually right here. I put a lot of pressure on myself to make a sign for her because she commissioned me. And you see how good it looks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you look right there, the polyurethane got thick right here and dripped down. I mean, and I lost it. I mean, because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna make a video about this. What if this gets me a lot of views? I mean, what if this does something for me as far as me making or anything like that? And so I show it at the end of the video because it's on the YouTube. And I actually say, hey, I made a huge mistake where I gave up and I put too much pressure on myself for it to be perfect. It's handmade. I mean, they know that I made it. It's not supposed to look like it came from a factory, and I had to break that of myself. You know, that if I put my 100% into it and I give it to somebody, and that's all I've got. I mean, they can't really ask anything else of me. And so,
but with that mistake, that happening, you could add to the video as well. Let's show how you fix this.
Yeah, you know, and I could
down and repoly.
It's got like 7 layers on there, so it'd be pretty hard to.
It's got to be unfair to sand down, but it can be done.
Yeah, it could.
You could even make maybe 2 or 3 of them. Did you keep the darker one? I like that a lot. And I thought, now you're going to see the carving real nice, and that was pretty sharp.
This was the first one that I actually show making, and then the one that is at the very end that I actually give her is the one I made off camera. Because that's what you can do on YouTube. You're like, oh no, I just decided to go darker with it.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I've had a lot of really big failures to me, you know, because I'm very self-critical on myself, you know, and I want to. I mean, again, if I made it, I mean, that's all I can do is make it. You know,
hey, Ryan, we're our worst critics.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Okay,
my wife reminds me of that constantly.
2 things. First thing is you're at 240 subscribers.
Ooh.
What?
The second thing is I'm watching your video, and I'm kind of like taken back that you did it this way, but I want to ask you why you did it this way. Hold on just a second. I want to share this. When you cut a railroad tie, you used a angle grinder.
Okay, you want me to tell you the secret behind that?
Yeah, why? I want to know why you did it that way.
Well, I started with the angle grinder. If anybody's used an oxyacetylene torch, you know that it likes to grab onto smaller material first.
Yes.
And so what I do is I kind of give myself some starting points to kind of pick the torch up to where I want to start right there where I started it. I mean, I don't want to have the torch start and then have a chance of it drifting down or drifting up.
Good idea.
And so I'll cut it. I'm pointing to the thing like y'all can see me. But I'll cut right there where you see me cutting, and then I'll use the torch to come in, pick that line back up, and then follow it around because I'm already going. You know, that cut's already given me places to get all of my metal and all my material to leave. Because that's the hardest part with starting a torch is getting that metal to exit, getting that oxygen to actually push it all the way through the metal.
Right.
And so I find if you start it, and especially on really thick stuff, it seems counterintuitive, but the way that I've done it, there's my old foundry jacket, but the way that I've done it, that seems, to me it works. I'm sure somebody's like, well, you should have done it this way, but that's the way I did it, and it worked. So.
Oh, I was just curious when you.
No, yeah. That's
if
you've never tried the cutting with the line first, it helps enough.
I haven't done a ton of metal work. I own 3 race cars at one time, so yeah. So I have done some metal work and cutting and welding and stuff, but I by no means have done a ton of it. So that's a pretty good idea. I got to remember that for the next time I have to cut something thick.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It does. Actually, it does. So,
and I have a 7-inch angle grinder, but not everybody does. And so that's why I didn't really want to show it. So, and I know there's 100 of them out there of the railroad tracks to anvils, but it was on my bucket list of things I wanted to make. That's why I kept it. That's why I've been moving it from house to house.
Very good.
So I was like, all right, let's do it.
You know that Mayfield sign up on your garage has got me jonesing for some ice cream now. You guys, unless you've had Mayfield's milk and ice cream and stuff from down there, you have no clue.
They started here in Athens, Tennessee.
Yeah, but that's like the best. Oh God, it tastes so good. Whenever we go down there to visit all my family and stuff, we'll get a couple of coolers and some dry ice and bring ice cream home with us.
When a girl has no name, she says she lives in Henry, Georgia. It's next to Covington.
Yeah, I know where Henry is.
Yep.
Tell her I went to Eastside High School, so they would have played Henry.
She can hear you.
You just told her.
Donald Matthews is out there in the chat. Ken McCrory's still here. Yeah, I haven't seen Donald. Hey, how you doing, Donald? He's been having a lot of back problems lately, I heard. He's been posting about it. They have joined us out there in the chat.
So, Ryan, how'd you get started in the maker community?
I was cheap.
Just like us.
Sounds familiar.
I went to technical school to work on campers, RVs, and I did a little bit of turning with my uncle before that. Making some glasses and bowls and stuff. And then I started watching Homes on Homes. Anybody know that show?
Yep.
And I got obsessed with knowing how things were put together on homes. And how it's made got me curious on how everything's put together. That's always my thing as a kid, Legos. I mean, I remember one time I took apart the lawnmower just to see if I could put it back together.
And did you?
Yeah. I had a couple of extra parts. I could have saved them on some money. But, yeah, it started right back up. No, I've been cheap. I never wanted to pay for stuff to be done or made or actually, I think it was Car Stereo that really kind of kicked it off. I wanted some radio and stuff put in, and they wanted like way too much money for that. And I said, I believe I could probably do that. So I think that's kind of where it started, because I started carrying around a little tool bag, like in high school, being like, hey, you need your radio put in? Hey, you need your this put on? And so that's probably kind of how it started.
I did it out of necessity. When I was young growing up, I didn't have a lot of money. When something broke, I had to, like my car, I had to fix it. I had no choice.
That'd be me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I couldn't pay a mechanic. Back in those days, it was only $35 or $40 an hour, but still, I couldn't afford the $35 or $40 an hour, so I had to fix it. So I learned real quick. Like my dad did, he taught me a lot of stuff. He did most of his mechanical work. I was telling Brenda a story today, and I'll share it to you real quick. He had an old Rambler station wagon. It used to be the family car, but it started giving us some problems, so he bought another car, and he took that as his work car. And that sucker would blow so much. The rings were going bad. It would blow so much smoke that you could see him coming a mile away. People used to cuss him out when he was sitting at the red light. He used to, it would just smoke like you wouldn't believe. There was a little store on the way, a little gas station on the way to where he used to work. He was a contractor or carpenter, and he would stop by there, and he had 2 1-gallon jugs, and he'd buy their used motor oil to put in it, because he said, there ain't no use in putting good motor oil in it. It'll blow it all out by the time we get to work.
Yeah, because if you take the old oil out, it leaves too much room in the engine. It'll move around.
So yeah, like he was like we didn't have to worry about mosquitoes. He just went out there and fired the car off, and it did the job. There wasn't no mosquitoes anywhere near our house.
That's really funny.
Yeah, I never will forget. He used to take me every once in a while. He'd have to take me to school if I missed the bus or something, and I had to ride with him. And I was so embarrassed because all the kids would pull up. And we were all standing out near the PE field or the basketball field or whatever, and all the kids would be going, "There's Clarity."
Don't feel bad. I helped a friend replace his fender once on his AMC Hornet. And when we were all done, we had like 7 or 8 bolts left.
That's
No
extra.
open holes anywhere. Well, we found out about a week later going down I-95 when that fender ripped right off the car. So,
Well, you know you're a professional is when you can put something back together and you don't have any parts left over.
exactly.
That's when you're a professional.
I always say they over-engineered it because I work on I run Caterpillars during the day, Caterpillar machinery. And anytime, not that it happens a lot, but sometimes there might just be a little extra piece. And I'm like, I could have saved all them engineers a lot of money. That's a lot of screws they didn't have to make.
If they just listen to you.
Right?
Okay, let's look at. I want to go to the.
Hey, while Russ is looking, I got a question for you. On that I can't remember what video it was on now, where you went downstairs in your shop,
Yeah.
and then you came back up perfectly straight.
I got an elevator.
How'd you get all those permits for the elevator? That's just
I know
want.
I know the guy that works down at Otis Lifts.
Oh,
Yeah.
and Otis. Okay.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
Okay. Cool. Sorry, Russ. I was off on
No, it's all right. I am. He built a. What do you call it? A mallet for whacking.
A mallet for whacking. I remember that one too.
I'm really proud of that one. I'm quite in love. And see, it's funny. I did that, and I posted it, and then maybe about a week or so later, a bunch of YouTubers all did mallet videos. And see, I'm not entranced into the maker community quite like I want, so I had no idea. Heck, I would have waited a week. I could have gotten some of those sweet views everybody was giving out.
You're probably going to find out they used yours as a guide.
Yeah.
Right? There's my first mallet I made.
So you use the mallet to make a mallet. Oh, okay.
Yeah. You gotta have a saw to make a saw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I want to know
Watch
what
this
kind of
is the
meow
good
mix.
part right here.
What kind of meow mix did you use that drilled that perfectly round hole in that thing?
Really expensive kind. Watch it. You ready? Look at that. Every time. Every time.
I love it.
It's brilliant.
Does anybody know where the shirt's from?
I can't. No, not a fan, but I love the pants.
Yeah.
That's another YouTuber. His name is William Osmond. He does like crazy making stuff, contraptions and robots and stuff. Hoping maybe one day he'd be like, hey, because he's got like 3 million subscribers. He'd be like, hey, there's that guy that was wearing my shirt.
Give me my shirt back.
Right?
You stole the shirt from him?
No, that's the one he sells.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was funny. It's the inbred cat shirt.
I just gave you a thumbs up on this video, by the way.
Well, thank you, sir.
So yeah, let's get on down the road here and let's see.
Hey, I got a question from when I was looking at videos today, and now I lost it. That zero clearance thing that you did for your saw insert when you were making that worry box video.
Yeah.
Where'd you pick that up at? That's kind of slick.
Jimmy DeResta.
Okay, well, we can't argue with that.
Look at this. Look at him in the background.
See, I wish I could play the music I'm listening to, and y'all would get it so much more.
Looks funny.
But I'd get in trouble.
Pretty cool. What the
It
heck?
was Rush, though. It was Rush, right? Was that the one you had the Rush video or the music playing in the background?
Yeah. See, I try to play it fast enough to where you can't really tell very much. It wasn't Rush though. No.
Well, that one video you were playing fast Rush music, you won me over there.
Yeah, that's all the music I listened to came from the 60s and 70s. So I'll venture into the 80s, 90s, maybe. That's about it. There's some new guys out that are pretty slick. Actually, do y'all mind if I give a shout out?
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Has anybody ever heard of Nick Shoulders?
No.
Nope.
Everybody look him up. He is an awesome musician. He's got a lot of stuff on YouTube. He's got 3 albums out. But he does a lot of folky country yodeling kind of bluegrass music. And I'm making a harmonica Leatherman style harmonica holder for him. So y'all look for that in the next couple weeks. But he's something else. So that's just what I do. I just reach out to people like Matt. I just said, hey, can I make you a hook? And he was like, sure.
Pretty painless.
How did you
it's
hook
awesome,
up with
but thanks
Matt?
again for making that. Go ahead, Jim. What?
How did you find Matt's channel in the first place? I don't want to say hook up because you made him hook. That's too corny.
I want to say I was looking up something about end cards for YouTube. Something to do with how to insert the little icon on the YouTube. And then the All Things YouTube channel came up. And then he's got a woodworking channel too. And so then, of course, I'm going to subscribe to anybody I see. I'm going to share the love. And then I started watching his All Things YouTube. And then I was like, I don't think he really sets his headphones down in a good spot. So I was like, let me make him a hook.
Yeah, I was putting my headphones on my piano, and that's not a very convenient place to put them. So thank you again, Ryan, for making me the hook. It's doing its job. I dig it. Thank you. And we both got videos out of it. See, that's the thing about collabs. Is, my audience will go over to him, and some of his audience will come over to me. But I love doing it because when I see talent, and I see someone who's good at putting videos together, because videography it's pretty tough. Let's face it; it's not that easy to pull off. But when someone has both of those skills, I'm like, yes. So I want to help grow the community. And
Thank you, sir.
There's someone that has potential. So
well, if anybody wants to do one, just send me a message. I mean, I'm open for anything.
Cool. It'll be a little while from now before I even get back in my shop with my bathroom remodeling, especially now that I got to tear the door out to get the tub in. So
I'd like to do some type of forge collab with you, Ryan.
Yeah.
But that's serving because my forge is and needing somebody that knows what they're doing.
Well, I'm far from someone that knows what they're doing. I dabble in a lot of stuff, so
I'm even further away.
Yeah, I'm a jack of all trades, master of none.
That's it.
You're the most.
Yep.
So what kind of CNC do you have, Ryan?
I have an X-Carve by Inventables.
You got that big one, or?
I do. I was like, if I'm going to do it, might as well go ahead and do it. So I went ahead and got the big one.
Is it the Generation 2 or the 1? I've got a Generation 1. Did you get
Generation
it
2?
You got it recently?
About 2 years ago.
Okay, yeah, I think I got mine about 5, I think.
Yeah, mine's Generation 2, and they are super easy to work with.
Oh, yeah.
I had the whole power supply box went out. I called some guy up, and he was like, I'll send you another one. It'll be there in 2 days. And sure enough, it was here in 2 days. So they're really, really fun people to work with.
Yeah, their tech support is really good.
Yeah.
They're up here in Chicago, right? I go up. I thought, hey, maybe our company can sell proximity sensors to do for end stops, right? So I went into their place, and they're downtown Chicago, like right off of 94, the expressway that goes through downtown. I go in there, man, and there's just like, it's an old factory kind of thing, and there's probably 30 desks in this big open area, and it's all that old factory timey brick walls and all of this stuff. And these guys are just all hanging out in shorts and t-shirts doing the
Nice
programming and all that stuff. Really cool. Just a bunch of people in there hanging out.
I'm very much a noob at all this CNC stuff. If I can find the file, or I got to get me a good 3D design software like Fusion or something. I heard Fusion's the way to go, right?
Yep.
Sure.
Absolutely. Yep.
I got to teach myself Fusion.
The only thing is, if you use Fusion, I don't know. I'll just go back on what I was starting to say.
It's got to be easy for me. So if it's not easy, I don't know if I.
Paul McWhorter, that same guy that has the Arduino videos, has an excellent thing. It's called Learn Fusion 360 or Die Trying.
Die Trying, yeah.
And it's a good series.
It is a good series.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to do something. I get frustrated to the point where it doesn't make it pleasurable no more, and I don't like that. I want to get better at it to where I can breeze through it.
Easel has gotten better since
it has gotten a lot better. Goodness.
But it still lacks some things that are that are not in the high end, $800, $900 programs. But then again, they're $800, $900 programs, whereas Easel is
$40 a year or something.
Yeah.
Hey, Al, that X-Carve, that's Gerbil, isn't it? The control board is Gerbil, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yep, that's all it is. Like an Arduino board, but it's a little bit 32-bit card.
In fact, mine uses an Arduino for the controller. I don't know about Ryan's. I think they might have upgraded it in the version 2.
Yeah, they got a custom board just like the 3D printers. They don't use an Arduino no more, but it's a knockoff. They're knockoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a Shapeoko.
He's showing the board.
Yep.
That's what crapped out on me.
Yep.
Well, that's
they got their own.
See, yeah. The nice thing about the Arduino is that you can get an Arduino anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's not proprietary.
Real quick, Ryan, did you need to get off here at 9 o'clock?
That's when I told everybody I was coming in.
Okay. Well, that's no problem. We can all close out at 9 o'clock. I don't mind that at all. Sometimes we sometimes we have guests that do. We can go for a lot longer. Trust me.
Well, let me see the progress of the kids.
No. We can get off here at 9. That's not a big deal. It's no big deal. I do want to. So Aussie Man wants to know. So the tub didn't fit after all, Russ? No, Aussie, I don't know. The tub hasn't got here yet. I was just making the point that I might end up having to take the door out. I won't know if I will until the tub actually gets here.
So when was it coming in, though, Russ?
I don't know. They haven't given me a date, and I've told you that.
I want to see a video of you.
Sometimes I would love to be able to stick my hand right through this thing and just slap the living.
So you're saying you don't have the tub then, right?
Oh, is he getting a new tub?
So it's coming tomorrow?
It's got feet on it, too.
I wonder if I have to take the bathroom door out to get it in.
How's your new tub doing?
Even more gray.
Paul, the heat's off on us, Paul.
Are you enjoying your new tub?
Yeah, me and my wife can get in at the same time.
Woo! TMI.
Right to TMI.
Yeah, I beat you to it, Chris.
That wasn't your wife.
Yeah, it was. She keeps tabs on me. She knows where I'm at.
She knows when it's time to have a bath.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Every Saturday, whether he needs it or not.
Yeah. She calls me Puddentane.
Oh my God, TMI.
I have
Ask
a question.
Ask me again, and I'll tell you the same.
Oh, a question.
Yeah, go ahead, Ryan.
Now, this might be one that y'all probably have the answer to, but like I went to check my subscriber count,
Yes.
and it's down to 332.
Yeah, 232.
Yeah, 232.
Yeah. Yeah, YouTube's bouncing it. Now tomorrow it'll be back up.
Okay. Because it happened like that when I got another surge of like 7 of them at one time.
Yeah, what they do is they will subtract them, and it takes like 24 hours for them to check and make sure it's a real
Legitimate.
legitimate.
And of course,
Gotcha.
Yeah, they have to be. It's the YouTube a-holes. They have to be an a-hole all the time. You know, they can't trust anybody.
Just wait until you get, like 1,000 subscribers, and it starts bouncing 100 or 2 at a time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
How's everybody's experience been with YouTube?
Oh, don't ask us that.
Yeah.
Good. I have a channel about you.
Well, let's put it this way. I would like to keep my channel, so I better keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I've only been a part of it for about 4 months, and I'd like to sit it out and do it for as long as I can.
You can. That's not the problem. They just jerk you around.
They do.
They're always changing the rules. And like Brenda said, we were talking about, you can get like 20 or 30 subscribers, and they'll yank them away from you, and it'll take 2 or 3 days before you'll see them back.
You'll see your views jump too. You'll see your views go up, and then your views go down. And
look, YouTube has its problems. It's a big company. It's a complicated system, but for all of its flaws, and it does have flaws, it's the best out there.
It's got a lot of people in there too. I mean, that's another thing.
It's got the discoverability. They'll push their stuff out to other eyeballs. Twitch won't do that. You're on your own with Twitch. Look at this. They're
the authority has spoken. Yes, and that's totally correct.
Matt has to kiss up to Susan. I mean, we all know where Matt's going.
I'm very critical.
He's kissing up to Karen.
When Susan puts out her little report to the community, I say what I like and I say what I don't like.
He's kissing up to Karen.
Oh, that is not true. I call it out when it needs to.
That hurt. Well, with that being said, I know that y'all have all been a part of it for a lot longer than me. Is there anything that I should do better?
Well, you should join the All Things YouTube Facebook group.
Oh my God. Do what you do.
Start asking questions, and we'll answer you. And join my free course. Go to allthingsyoutube.com. 32 videos tells you exactly what to do for free.
He's got to make a buck some way. He promotes
shameless commercialism.
It's for 32 free videos. I make $0 off of
just
them.
Keep doing. I've watched some of your videos. Just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, don't. Here's the thing, and the biggest mistake that a lot of people make, and I even made it at first. When you get that YouTube channel, you think you're going to go in there gung ho, and you're going to make it and have 20,000 subscribers and all. Here it goes, and it's going to be given to me. That ain't going to happen.
No, I know. I'm working hard. I'm trying.
Yeah,
it's a slow grind.
Make friends with other YouTubers. Get on other YouTubers' channels, just like what you're doing here.
Right. Yep.
Promote.
Yeah, and if you just keep at it and keep at it and keep at it, here's the thing that people will notice. I've been doing this now for. I've been on YouTube for 7 or 8 years. This is actually 6 years of doing this show. So I've been doing the show for 6 years. So, but I've been on YouTube, I think, a year before that. So let's say around 7. But you need to keep producing videos, and you need to have a presence there. A lot of people get discouraged right off the bat, and they'll make like 8 or 10 videos, and they think that they should already have 1,000 subscribers or this or that, and they don't get it. So it discourages them, and they kind of back off. That'll kill your channel. You just got to keep on doing what you're doing, keep doing what you're doing. And then, get to know other people, like Brenda was saying, promote your channel, get out there, get to know other YouTubers, and just keep on.
I've got
is I respond to all the comments. I respond.
Yeah, respond. That's a good one. Respond to all the comments.
I enjoy that. I mean, if somebody is willing to watch my video, find it, watch it, and then they're going to comment on it, that takes effort. I mean, I'm going to give you that effort back and then some.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it, and that's what you have to do.
I do actually have another collaboration video coming up. I haven't told very many people about. It's with Wood by Wright.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
James.
Okay. He's over here in by Rockford, Illinois.
Yep. He's been on my show.
Donald Matthews just put a good tip out there too, and that's enter challenges from other channels.
Yeah, that's good, Donald.
Because that gives you more of an exposure on YouTube.
Like Palette Upcycle Challenge.
Yeah, Palette Upcycle Challenge is going
I saw
on
the 3 minute one. I was a little behind on that one.
Hey, you still got lots of time.
What, the Palette Upcycle Challenge?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's from now until the end of the month, so you got plenty of time.
And so I could who do I submit it to?
Me.
Russ.
That's my challenge.
On Russ's channel, if you go to his YouTube page, he's got all the rules and all the information there. It's easy. All you got to do is make a video, put it on YouTube, send him the link, and you're in.
Yep. I have 3 challenges. I do the Whirligig Wars, the Palette Upcycle Challenge, and then come around October, I do the Scroll Saw Challenge.
I remember the Whirligig Wars.
Yep, I did that. That's mine.
Yes. I saw that one some years back.
It's been going for a long time.
Yeah. I saw it when Jimmy DeResta did it. I think he was a part of it.
That was back when Laney Shaughnessy had it. Laney Shaughnessy.
Yeah, Laney. Oh my God, what happened to him?
He's still around. He got real busy in life and also got a different job. He was working for Digital Wood Carver, which is a CNC machine, and he just couldn't do it anymore. So
he had it in that little shed that he had.
Yep, I
did it forever.
Yeah, him and I were friends, and he contacted me and asked me if I would like to take the Whirligig Wars over and continue it. So I did. Okay, so the pallet wood, it just has to be a 3-minute video of me making anything out of a piece of pallet wood. Longer than that. It don't have to be 3 minutes. Where'd you get 3 minutes from? I thought I saw there was a couple of YouTubers that were doing a 3-minute challenge. No, that's not the pallet challenge. That might be another challenge. The pallet challenge, you can do the video as long as you want. And it's got to be from one pallet. No, it can be from 50 pallets. Whatever you want to use.
Oh, now we're talking, right?
Yeah, you can use.
I got some pallets now.
And by the way,
but you're never going to beat the one guy that made a violin and played it.
Oh, Lordy, man, that's I'd like to make a musical instrument.
This guy that made a phone that he could even order pizza from.
Yeah.
Who that was from?
So we're gonna have to go, Ryan. It's 9:09, so we're gonna have to get out of here for you.
Thank y'all.
You're welcome.
Well, thank y'all for the opportunity again. I mean, I loved it. I mean, I'd love to be a part of another one. So I mean, anytime. I really enjoyed it. Thank y'all.
You're welcome.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet
you.
I appreciate you being on tonight. I really do.
Heck yeah.
It's been fantastic.
I felt honored.
I've enjoyed it. Trust me, we're just as honored as you are.
I was giddy, like I was getting ready for prom.
We're not worthy.
So, just real quick, we've had Donald Matthew, Luana Pierce, just going back through a few. Chris Nealand has been out there. Patrick from Patrick's Workshop, Aussie Man, Ken McCrory, James Parker. Had quite a few out there tonight. I appreciate all of y'all being out there. Thank you so very much.
Michelle
but thank you again, Ryan.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Brenda, Chris, Paul,
Thank you, sir.
Dixon,
You're
Al,
welcome.
Matt, and Jim. Thank y'all for all being on here. And thank you, each and every one of you.
We got one detail we haven't done yet. One detail.
Yes.
Injury.
We need a confession. A workshop
Oh, you want a woodshop confession? Okay. All right, Ryan. They want a woodshop confession. What that means is tell us something that you did that you just shook your head after you did it, and if there's blood involved, that's even better. But and you just like, why in the heck did I do that? It was so, is there something you did like that?
Oh Lordy, yeah. It actually has to do with the CNC machine.
Oh.
I know the CNC machine has to be flat. Everybody knows that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
I do now.
And so I'm so cheap. Yeah, right. I know. Oh, yeah, I know now. And so I moved. And when I moved, of course, I was as careful as I could. I took it from one tabletop to another tabletop. That was not the one that I did all the original calibrations and stuff on. And so I had to recalibrate it, but I didn't know, right? Just over time, it needs to be recalibrated. And so I'm cutting this sign. It's actually the no fishing, only wishing sign. That's actually went through there 5 times, 5 hours of that going through that machine because it was losing its depth when it was going from left to right. Because I had a little bitty tab right here that you've got to tighten that controls the belt tension. And I didn't have that. And so I just kept scratching my head and I'm like, now, what am I doing wrong? I mean, it's level. I've got a level tabletop but I never went through and leveled the machine and recalibrated it for, I guess, whatever it needs recalibrating for.
Yeah.
And so I recalibrated, did it the first time, and I'm sitting there and I'm just like, goodness gracious. But yeah, none of that's in the video. But there's a lot of those. There's a lot of ones where
I try to cut my bloopers, my mistakes out.
I'll show some of them now. I mean, I really appreciate when people show because nobody's perfect. I mean, on this one, there's several things that I've, maybe things didn't come together quite like I wanted them to, and so that's why they make wood filler. I mean, that's why they make different grits of sandpaper. That's why they make stain.
That's one way of looking at it.
I mean, and then if somebody says, "Oh, I really like what you did there," and then you could say, "I did that on purpose." Yes. Yes. Thank you for seeing that.
It's not an accident. It's a design change.
Yeah, it's artistic progress.
Yes.
A sign of a good woodworker is one that knows how to fix it.
Or as Tom Silva says, if you can't see it, it wasn't a mistake.
The sign of a good worker is you fix your mistake and nobody notices it.
Well,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Just don't ever put a square on anything I've ever made.
The square? What's that?
Yeah.
It's like,
All right,
so you don't use a level.
We're going to get out of here. I appreciate all y'all for being out there in the chat. Listen, if you're too darn busy to get out in your shop and make some sawdust, you're just too darn busy. Just give me sawdust, lots of sawdust all around me and everywhere. I like it flying all around my shop and even in my beard and hair. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching, and God bless.
Good night, boys and girls.
Good day.
Move along. And remember, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. And wear your mask.
Good night, everybody.